Welcome to the Boxing Bookie. We are back. It's good to be back. Got a good one for you today. Going to get into Cheavon Clarke and Leonardo Mosquea, in what should be a pretty fun cruiserweight bout. Before we get into that, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow 3Boxing blog, all forms of social media. The Boxing Bookie comes at you for every single major fight, showing you how to consistently make money betting on the sport of boxing. The bookies, the odds makers, they don't know what they're doing. I do. I'm going to show you how to consistently make money betting on the sport. Join the Patreon. Link is in the description. Just $5 a month gets you the absolute best gambling advice. It's in the ticker below as well. It's patreon.com. Join. Get $5 a month gets you the absolute best gambling advice anywhere in the known boxing universe. Just $5 a month gets you the lock of the week. Ask the bookie anything. Gets you updated props. Gets you the best props in the sport. Gets you the best gambling advice anywhere in the boxing world. So make sure to join the Patreon, just $5 a month. After you do that, head on over to carnivorebar.com. That is carnivorebar.com. Use promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. It's a meal in your pocket. It's the nutrition of a steak, the convenience of a bar. The nutrition of a steak, the convenience of a bar. It's the world's only high-fat, grass-finished beef bar that replaces a meal while on the move and stores for years. Get your travel autonomy and freedom back. carnivorebar.com. Use promo code BOXING. That's promo code BOXING to save 10% at checkout. All right, let's get – and also, when you're done with that, head on over to Texas Boxing Scene. That's Texas Boxing Scene. And subscribe to Texas Boxing on YouTube. And please like, share, and subscribe to Texas Boxing Scene. All proceeds go to autism research and recovery. All right, let's get into today's show. This is a fun little fight. This is – I don't know if it's a step up. It's an interesting fight. This is going to be on the card in Monte Carlo. Nice little card. Cheavon Clarke, Leonardo Mosquea. I wasn't familiar with Mosquea until I got to watch some tape on him for this fight. Not a bad fighter. Let's start with Cheavon Clarke, though. Patient, good athlete, good footwork, pretty explosive on the inside, strikes quickly, works his angles, good athlete, good footwork, really good footwork, nice jab. He's quick. He's a good athlete and a good mover. He's a little short and stocky. These are like the first things that jump out at you when you move. When you look at him, good athlete, moves well for a cruiserweight. Has nice little subtle head movement to keep his head off center line, just avoid shots. Good volume puncher. Like I said, the feet are what really stand out for him. He works his angles, nice straight shots. He works behind a nice jab. I'm a fan of Cheavon Clarke as a prospect. Quick, short uppercuts on the inside. He's got some skills on the inside, which is where he wants to be. Pretty quick and athletic and can slip onto the inside. Like I said, he's got nice uppercuts. He's got nice skills on the inside. He carries a little bit of pop, nice, decent pop. He can certainly hurt you. Like I said, short, stocky guy. He's got that little explosive kind of Dwight Muhammad Kawhi kind of pop to him. Good bounce on his step. Good athlete. And that's what's going to stand out. He's going to be a lot to handle. He gets in and out really well. He throws in decent volume. He throws nice combinations. He's going to be a lot to deal with. He goes to the body well. He's really good on the inside, and he's good at getting on the inside. He's got a nice jab from the outside. He's a pretty good fighter, all things considered. I'm a fan of him as a prospect. Leonardo Mosquea, another short, stocky guy. This guy's a little bit confusing. Like, you can't tell if he's slow and plodding or if he's a decent athlete. Like, he's kind of somewhere in the middle. Pretty basic. Comes in straightforward, straight through the front door, behind a jab. Similar in style to Clarke, just not as good at it. Doesn't have the real athleticism or bounce of Clarke. He doesn't have that twitchiness, that real good speed and motion. But he's a good body puncher. He's front foot heavy. He hasn't fought anybody yet at all. When you look at his resume, there's just nothing on it, right? Like, it's just like an incomplete. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm not saying anything like that. Just when you look at his resume, his best win is over Dylan Bergeron, who's 14-5-1, and he took a wide decision over him for the European Silver Cruiserweight title. Before that, I mean, it is a litany of nobodies. It's hard to find tape on, but there is some tape on. I got to watch about 3 fights of him. Hasn't fought anybody yet. Throws wide. Gets wild. Not as athletic or patient or sharp or quick as Clarke, but he fights in a similar style to Clarke. But he gets a little wild and a little sloppy. He's slower than Clarke. But he's not slow. Clarke is really fast for a cruiserweight. I want to there's going to be a speed difference, but I don't want to make it sound like Mosquea is slow. I don't think he is, and he can throw nice combinations. High action fighter. It's going to be a fun fight. It's going to be fun. He's a good volume puncher. I don't think his power is much. His knockout ratio is not terrible. He's got 9 knockouts in his 15 wins. It's not terrible, but it's not great either. I don't think he's a big puncher, but he throws in volume. He gets a little sloppy, but he fires off nice combinations. He just keeps throwing off shots, and he throws nice 1-2s, and the shots are crisp and clean. I just don't know if there's a lot on him. His feet are a little slow. His hands are not, but his feet are. And it's just interesting to watch him. He's not very good at moving around the ring. He's not going to cut off the ring. I don't know if that's going to be part of the game plan. Clarke, the much better athlete who usually likes to come forward, he's going to move more because I don't think this guy can track him down. But he's got a decent offensive attack. He's a pretty decent offensive fighter, and that's where it's at. I think this is a decent fight. I think Mosquea could be something. I just don't think he's at the level of Cheavon Clarke. But let's take a look at the line. Clarke is it's minus 370. I would put a 1.5 times bet on this. $150 bet's going to make you $40. This is also another bet you can add to your parlay. I think this fight gets stopped. I don't think this goes the distance. So when the prop comes out, let's look at the fight to not go the distance. One way or the other, I would bet on this fight to not go the distance. It's going to be explosive. This is going to be a fun fight. It's going to be a fun scrap. But for now, when the props come out, head over to patreon.com and let's look at the props on this. Minus 370. I like on the money line. I would take Clarke on the money line. I'd make it a 1.5 times bet. A $50 bet is going to make you $41 roughly. But I would add this to my parlay. But what I really want to look at, is when the props drop. And I want to look at the stoppage. And I want to look at the fight not to go the distance, etc., etc. All right, y'all. Let me know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts, comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Follow 3D Boxing Blog on all forms of social media. The link is in the description. Just $5 a month gets you the absolute best gambling advice on patreon.com. Ticker, it's also on the ticker below. It is December 10th, 2024. From Texas to the world, thank you, and God bless.
Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3D Boxing is on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Hit the subscribe button now to stay inside the ring.